Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, January 24th. I almost forgot my microphone again. And I'm Michelle Marquardt DeVoe, and I'm the CEO and president of the Faith Culture Kiss Studios and the founder of the Speakeasy Cooperative. And we are a coaching and consulting agency firm company that helps you get your stuff together. Get it together. Get your stuff together. That's what we do. Specifically, we help with personal development that leads to professional development, business coaching, all of that. So today, because of that, I'm going to talk about one of those things that we as coaches, like someone in my position who owns a coaching/consulting company or has created an online course or has created a membership, I'm going to speak about what it's like to be on this side of it in order to help you, who are the people who are buying it, have a great experience and know what to expect and how to fit it into your life. Because let's face it, we have these situations where we really know something is right for us. I've had this happen over and over again. I'll get rid of that. Why is this not moving around for me? Well, it's not moving. I don't know what's going on. Unlock. Okay, let's do that. I think I locked it. Learning the tools. People do this. They want to join a membership. They want to buy an online course. They want to join a college. They want to do all sorts of things. And yet there's not any real understanding of how that's going to work once they join it. And then how they need to prepare themselves and then really practically just make it work for them in real time. So what happens is, like, I get in a group of people who are like me, who create programs and courses and all of this. And we all tend to have the same conversation, right? We're like, why aren't people engaging with this amazing thing that we have created for them? What is the disconnect? Is it something on our side? Is it something on their side? What's happening and how do we help? And I find that this conversation, it doesn't matter whose program it is. It doesn't matter. It's like ubiquitous across all programs and memberships, engagement, and then helping people take advantage of that membership. And a lot of times what it comes down to is that we have not taught our people how to engage the content. And I learned this I learned this the hard way. So I just figure I'm going to share it with you now. This is something that we now have in our onboarding sequence in the Speakeasy Cooperative. And then at the beginning of our programs, we onboard everybody to, like, this is how we want you to engage. Even on the sales pages, we do this. But I want to help you as the consumer of these programs really figure out how to get your money's worth. Because who wants to be spending money and then not getting any sort of good mojo out of the thing that they spent the money on? So here's the thing that we all do. All do this. We buy because we need something to be different, right? I am going to buy an online course on trademarking, let's say, because I need something in my business to be different about trademarking. I'm going to buy into my own business coaches group because I need some guidance. I need something to be different. And this is why we buy programs. We say, I want something to be different. Usually, when we know something has to be different, we are not clear on exactly what has to be different. We just know something has to be different. Or we are not really clear on the time commitment it's going to take. We're not really sure on how we're going to get from where we are to the different. And that can be really frustrating. So then we wind up just throwing our hands up and saying, well, I'm not going to invest in anything, because I don't know all of the black box, right? I know something has to be different. I don't know what's going to go in the middle. So we're going to talk about mindset stuff that needs to shift first. And then we're going to talk about some practical ways. And I want you to know that this is not just about Speakeasy and how to run your voice biz without hitting your boss, which we'll start selling next week or the week after. And that's not about just my programs. This is like any program. So, like, if you want to join Brenda Earl Stokes If you want to join something that Tom Burke is doing, if you want to join Sarah Campbell with Branding Boot Camp, if you want to do, I think Karen Michaels has a new membership now too that is cooking up. If you want to do any of these things, this is like this is how you do it. Like, it's not just about Speakeasy today. And it's because I want you to feel in control, because I think I have seen and I've been involved with business coaching or other programs where all the blame was put on me for my lack of progress and like what I was doing. And I think as an educator and someone who cares about teaching and like curriculum development, it is, part of our job to help our people through the program and then also clearly define scope. So let's jump into it. The first thing I want to talk about is the mindset. And there are 5 key components. I'm going to put this one over here for now. There are 5 things that I think when it comes to mindset, we want to concentrate on in order to be ready for the membership. So the first thing is that I want you to adjust your expectations of yourself. I want you to adjust those expectations of yourself. And what I mean by that is that you will often, again, join because you know something that needs to be different, not know, and then you will want to jump headfirst in. And you will want to know all of the things very, very fast because you want to solve your problem as quickly as possible. So I want you to completely adjust that expectation. And I want you to slow down and say, the first month, the first few weeks, if it's a short program, the first few weeks, I am giving myself permission to give lay of the land. If it's a short program, 6-week program, 10-week program, 12-week, whatever, then most of the time, those things will be available on replay. If this is a program where it's like live interaction in addition to online content, but even with online only self-guided content, give yourself a couple weeks just to get the lay of the land. Don't try to do the whole course or jump right in and do everything perfect in a month. With a membership, especially if you're going to join an ongoing membership, give yourself like a month, because a membership usually has a community aspect, like Speakeasy has, and you just want to get the lay of the land. Like, who are these people? How can I get help from them? Where are the things, happening? What's going on? Slow down. Adjust your expectations of yourself. You joined something or added a program because you needed something to be different. It took a long time to get to the place where you needed to be different. It's going to take a little bit of time for you to get the thing different. So slow down, incorporate. Don't expect to drop everything in your life and focus on that one thing. That's not realistic. It's not real. And if you don't achieve that, if that was your plan and you don't achieve that, you're going to feel super yo-yo about yourself. You're not going to be happy. The second thing I want you to do is I want you to gird your loins for a fire hose of information that will come your way. So what I mean by this, to gird your loins for fire hose, is that most programs that are like worth their salt are going to send you a bunch of stuff. You're going to get a ton of emails. Look for it. No one who is worth their salt is going to have you buy something and then not give you information about how to use it. So if you have not received emails or information about what you have purchased, I can almost guarantee you something went wrong. So just last week, actually, even in Speakeasy, we had a member join and there was a typo in their email. And so I reached out and I said, hey, we haven't heard from you. Normally the things that we do. And they reached out back and said, I know I haven't gotten anything. And that to me was like, something's wrong, right? So you give the course creators an option to see what's going on. You give the program leaders option to see what's going on. You will get onboarding content. If you don't, reach out. If you reach out, and they say they don't have it, that could be an orange flag depending on where they are in that program, right? I mean, that can be a red flag. So if you're not getting information and it's not a fire hose, there's probably something wrong. Please reach out and ask. But prepare yourself for that and know it's coming. so that you can like make a little folder or something. We'll get that into the practical, but just know it's coming instead of just like only jumping into the program and not reading actually how to use it. So go ahead and take that time to read all of the onboarding emails that are sent to you. If there's a members area or if there's a video, a lot of time with self-guided courses, the first video is like how to use this course and all of that. Go ahead, make time for that. Number 3, when it comes to your mindset, is commit to adjusting your schedule in real time, tangible, manageable ways. So you have to make a mental commitment to show up to the thing you purchased, right? I don't care if it's 20 minutes 3 times a week. I don't care if it's 10 minutes a day. I don't care if it's 15 minutes 2 times and then a 4-hour chunk another day. It doesn't matter how you engage the content, but you have to make that commitment. And I think what happens is we kind of, especially with online self-guided courses, I know this happens with how to run self-guided, is people will buy it thinking they'll get to it because they just want to have it just in case. I mean, who's guilty of having online self-guided courses they have not actually done? Who? So you got to know, I'm going to commit to this. Even if you buy it now because it's on sale, like let's say they're running a sale or whatever. I know Shannon Coates does that with Vocal Instrument 101. We do that with the How to Run every once in a while where we put it on sale. Put it on your calendar for later. If you want to buy it now on sale and you want to do it, later, just get it on the calendar. Like you can't do it right now. Great. Put it in Q2, put it in Q3 just to get the benefit of that sale. Number 4 mindset, trust your gut. I cannot tell you how important it is for you to trust your gut. If any program or membership shames you for a lack of progress or blames you, and this is direct, this isn't like your stuff is coming up and you feel shamed. This is if direct language is used, because that's like a whole other thing. And this is a toxic environment where you are told there's only one way and it's got to be their way. If you are said, well, you just have to change your mindset like all the time. If that's always the answer is changing your mindset. If they're not willing to answer your questions, that is a red flag because there is co-responsibility in all relationships, especially in business relationships. It's your job to show up and it's our job as the course and program creators to help you show up and to be clear. Now, you are responsible as the consumer. You are responsible for doing a little research before you ask questions because most of the time, again, in a program that's worth its salt, the answer is there. Newer programs, they're developing it, right? Like newer memberships, they're kind of, building the plane as they fly it, which is 100% way to go. Just make sure you know that. Make sure they tell you like, hey, we're just starting, this is brand new. We're still getting our systems, and then give them grace. That's why you're an early adopter. You can enjoy it. But if this thing's been around for a while, and there still aren't systems, there still isn't onboard or offboard, there still isn't information about where to find what you need in order to be an active part of the membership. If there's not trainings on the tools that they use, which by the way is different than you not understanding the tool, right? So if there is a tool that they use that you're not clear about, like you're like not able to figure out Kajabi or you're not able to figure out Slack or whatever, they should be able to provide you with how-tos or like, hey, meet with me or let's hop on a call or a Zoom or whatever, I'll show you. Or one of the team will, even if it's not the course creator or the membership creator. Those things are there. If those things are not there for you and you have invested, that is a red flag. And it's okay that you walk away. And 5th and final, on the heels of number 4, is prepare yourself to get out of the blame game. Again, co-responsibility. It is easier for everyone if you are doing your due diligence within your capacity because course creators can't be in control of your success. There's no way. Any person, by the way, that's a sales thing, right? If someone is like, this thing's going to solve all of your problems, and does not kind of say, but it's it's up to you, right? Then kind of that's an issue. And that's a really big sales thing that people use, right? I mean, we want to have the features and benefits. We want to make promises. I absolutely make promises in the program, but at the end of the day, you're responsible for you and the program is responsible for the program. So don't blame the program for not giving you what you need if you didn't ask for what you need. That's another thing that kind of happens is I will say from the side of the course and program creator part, to find out at the end of the program that someone wasn't happy, or to find out at the end of the program that someone wished something happened and be like, you never said anything the whole entire time. And that would have been a super easy thing for us to implement. That is absolutely within the scope of the program. Or gosh, I wish you would have told me that because there's something that's not in this program. And in our sales call or whatever, it was unclear. You know, I think you should do this other thing instead. Like, here's your money back, go, you know. But let people know what you need, because most of the course and content creators that I know, we want you to be happy, right? Like, we want you to succeed, because if you're succeeding, that means that you'll tell other people that it was good and we can keep growing. Okay, practical. We're going to get down just tips and tricks, right? So where is my little text thing? I lost it. Practical. There we go. Practical. Number 1, create a bookmark folder on your bookmark bar in whatever browser you use to put all of the links associated with that membership or program. Okay, so I'm going to screen share here. Can I do that? Is it going to let? Yeah, there we go. So this is the blog that I wrote that goes with this live. And you'll see create a bookmark. So I'm going to show you up here. I've got like a ton of things open. I want you to see everything that has to do with courses that I'm in. I have these bookmarks. So I know where all of my courses are that I can go read. The other thing that I have is I have a book for Zoom rooms that I need a lot of. If you are in one program, just make one thing called this, Seco links, or make another thing where it's like, butterfly links or whatever it is. All of the things you need, put that in there. You can do that in Chrome by, this is going to make me update it and it's going to be all shenanigansy. I wrote another blog on how to create a bookmark bar, so we can find that and put it in the comments. But do that. Super practical. Then it's always there right when you need it. You're not searching around, whatever. Now, most places will also have a membership dashboard that will have all that information there. So at least have the membership dashboard linked on your bookmark bar, right? At least. And then that's adding a step, but you can find information if you do that for most places. Okie doke. Let's go back to here. The second practical thing is to pull out your calendar and look at the entire calendar and actually put it on the calendar the way that you would schedule any other appointment. So again, I don't care if this is 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour. I don't know how you work. If it's 90 minutes, schedule it like you would any other appointment, and then put it in both your calendar and with a reminder, because you're going to have to build a new habit, right? This is when, as soon as you incorporate a program or a membership, that is a new habit. The habit of checking in, the habit of engaging with the content, whatever you came to learn, doing the trainings, doing the classes. If it's a self-guided, this is especially helpful because you don't have other people around you being like, hey, did you do that yet? Hey, did you do that? Hey, did that yet? Or if you know other people that are taking the self-guided course, get in cahoots with them, get in a little study group, meet together online, watch the thing together. And then you can plan out co-working hours or something like that. That's great. It will take you some time to figure out what rhythm works for you. You may be a every minute, 10 minutes a day kind of person, or you might be a 3 hours once a month type of person. It'll take a couple months for you to figure out how you engage the online content for that particular program, because it's going to be different for every program and the design of the program. So, but do it on the calendar like an appointment. All right. Number 3, in your email, whether you use Mail or Google Suite or whatever, create a folder that is just for all the things around that program, so that all of the emails go into that folder that has to do with the onboarding, all of the informational emails, all of the emails you might share back and forth with the creators of the program, or who you're purchasing it from. You can create an auto filter for that. You can do any sort of thing, but always, again, just kind of like you have the folder in the bookmark bar, create a this is all in one space. And this is something that what I suggest is you plan into your sign up time. So you're going to sign up for something, like let's say you're going to sign up for Secco. So you sign up for Secco, that's probably going to take about 30 seconds. Plan half an hour. Go in there, sign up for the thing, wait for the emails, go create the bookmark bar on the browser, go create the file folder in the email client, and then put all the things in there. That might even actually only take like 10 minutes, depending on how savvy you are. Go in, whitelist the email addresses, add them to your address book, and then read those emails and then jump in. Right? So give yourself more time to sign up for something than you normally would. A lot of people just buy and then think they're going to get to it later. Don't just buy and get to it later. Buy, engage, and then come back to it later, because it's on your calendar, right? 4th, please ask for help. Like, don't be shy. If you're confused, if you're lost, again, like you're not getting any emails, that's probably a mistake has happened. So reach out, ask questions. If you're missing anything, let people point you to what you need. And that's why I say build that into like your onboarding, right? It can be helpful to sign up for things. If it's a live thing or a membership where there's a community aspect, it can be helpful to sign up during business hours of the creators, because it's more likely you'll get the personal onboarding. There's always automations involved with onboarding. Well, mostly there are automations. So you'll get that. But if you sign up in the middle of the night, you might have to wait to get onboarded. Like in Secco, if you sign up at night, or you sign up when we're asleep because you're in Australia, or you sign up, when we're teaching, it's going to be some time before we can onboard you to the Facebook group, because the way Facebook works, right? So if you want to just like boop right in, try to figure out when those time zones are and sign up during that. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. It's not that big of a deal. Again, with the self-guided courses, just sign up and then use that little extra 20-minute chunk to kind of get all of your shenanigans ready, your bookmarks and stuff. If you have joined a program and there's no onboarding, I'm going to assume it's because they're new. It's like kind of new and they're building the plane as they fly it. Stick with them. Again, if it's been around a while, you can be concerned. Again, trust your gut and ask, because there are probably answers. Now, that being said, in terms of asking, because there are probably answers, it's probably written down somewhere else. So do some due diligence and start poking around. Look at if it's associated with like a Kajabi group or a Facebook group or a Mighty Network, look at the onboarding stuff, look at the start here, look at the pinned posts. Always look at that in whether it's like using Slack or Mighty Networks or whatever. Or Circle, there's usually going to be a place where all of the information is laid out for you, a members dashboard on a website. Start poking around, because if it's been around a while, most of your questions are going to be answered right there, already ready for you to go before you ask. We're happy to answer your questions. You might get to it faster by poking around than we will by seeing it. Okay. And 5, the last thing that you want to do to make time for a new program or a membership is you want to decide what the most important thing you want to get out of that program or membership is and tackle it first. Okay. So, if you're joining, again, we always buy because we're trying to solve a problem or change something, make something different. Try to figure out what you think needs to be different. If you are in a community-based program like Jessica Baldwin's Clarify Your Artist, if you're going to do speakeasy, if you're going to do something where there's combined with content and interaction, and you don't know what you want to tackle first, that is a great time to put it out there to the group and say, I'm brand new. I know something needs to be different. Here are the things that are troubling me. Where would you start? Because chances are people in that community or people in that membership have already gone through all of those things and making those decisions. They're going to be able to help coach you along and see. And then you'll know that number one, you're not alone. And number two, you can achieve finding out what that is. Maybe you know that you have an issue with the money stuff. Great. Do some searching around all the money stuff. Maybe maybe you're like, well, I really want to learn about formants. Well, formants is, class 3 in Shannon's vocal one-on-one or something like that. Just go ahead and do that first. It's not like you can't go back, right? Decide what you want to learn and then tackle that. And then engage again, right? So decide if you want community over information and then jump into the community first. Decide if you want training over community and then jump into the back end of the training modules for whatever you're doing, right? Try to figure that out first. And again, if you're not sure what that is, ask for help. People will totally help you. Again, we all want you to succeed in our programs and our memberships. Like, that's why we created them. We created them because we wanted you to get the thing different that you wanted to be different, right? So the cool thing about joining something new is what you put in is what you get out. And some people use this as kind of a bad thing. They say, oh, well, you didn't get anything done because you didn't show up. But I actually look as a good thing. I say that tells me that whatever I choose to invest, I'm going to get an equal return. If I'm going to give the time to this, then the time will be given back to me, or the information or the change will be given back to me. Might not be immediate, but I know that when I need to step back, I can just have it available to me for when it is ready for me to engage with. And I think that's really, really important that, so, hey, Lisa, thank you for this. It's fun exploring stuff. Yeah, totally. And Lisa, you probably have already noticed right there in our membership dashboard, it's like, don't know where to start? Try this. And we have a whole, here's how we suggest you engage if you're not sure where to start part. And many, many programs and many memberships will have that. So, because that's just good business practice for us. So look for that. Yeah. Oh, yay. It's so user-friendly. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa is Elizabeth, I just learned. So we are so glad you're here. Oh, thank you, Karen, for saying hello and for dropping that speakeasy link. For sure. Thank you. Thank you. It's freedom to determine your ebb and flow, to decide how your life is going to go with a new program. Is one of the best parts about joining ongoing programs like memberships or self-guided courses that you're doing on your own, is that you have complete control how you engage the content. And that's one of the things that I think we all really like, that is good about these things that make us want to buy them, right? Because we can engage it when we have time. So don't let a person try to unsell you from something by blaming you around your lack of time management skills, or assuming that you should know how to incorporate new programs and new memberships into your life. No, you don't. Especially if you've never done one before, right? It's a skill you have to learn how to incorporate new things. So hopefully this very short live will give you some food for thought, because it's that time of year, right? It's that time of year to start saying, I want to change something. What is the thing that I know will help me change? Again, the mindset stuff, there's two aspects. We want to concentrate on mindset, and we want to concentrate on the practical aspects your mindset stuff, adjust your expectations, gird your loins for the fire hose of information and be ready for it. Commit to adjusting your schedule. Time is not magically going to come unto thee. I wish it would though. 4, trust your gut. If something seems wrong and you're not getting your questions answered, listen to that and get out of there. Number 5, don't play the blame game. Do your due diligence, right? Get ready to take personal responsibility for your own success and understand co-responsibility. And then practically speaking, create a bookmark folder. Create that bookmark folder. Look at your calendar. Put times to engage on your calendar, like appointments. Create a folder in your email client. Oh, look at that. I guess I messed that up. Boop. Boop. Practical. Create that email folder. Ask for help if you need it. And then, of course, decide what the most important thing is that you want and tackle that first. You've got plenty of time, everybody. Plenty of time, especially if it is a self-guided or you have access after the fact. Please, 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 please take time. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. I love it. And I hope this was helpful for you. Again, my name is Michelle Marquardt DeVoe. And if you're considering a new program, or you're considering hiring a coach, or you're considering buying a self-guided course, I think they're great. They're fantastic ways to move yourself and your business or whatever you're looking to change and make different. They're fantastic. But don't let anyone try to fool you into thinking that you're magically going to be able to figure out how to fit it in your life. You're going to have to work to fit it in your life. So if you know someone who is interested in doing something like that, please share this with them so that they can kind of prepare themselves for it. And let me know what you think. How do you incorporate new things into your world? What decisions do you have to make? And how do you adjust your expectations and your schedule? And hey, is there some cool practical tip that I didn't do? Like, do you set reminders every day? Do you have co-working hours? What do you do? Tell me everything. And we will talk to you later. All right. Have a great rest of your week. Bye.